Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Cooks24, known as Cooks24 Podcast on IG, and I'm here with my partner.
Yo, what up, y'all? Mr. Chef. You can check me on Instagram. It's Mr. Chef. We're about to do this little on break review.
On break review, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna run through it just to let y'all know what on break means, you know what I'm saying? That's my partner, Mr. Chef. Y'all can catch him on Instagram for real. I am Cooks24 Podcast, and we are reviewing the Nas' new album that just dropped, you know what I'm saying? Christmas Day, if I ain't mistaken. The album's called Magic. 9 songs, you know what I'm saying, about 30 minutes, 30, 31, 32 minutes worth of listening, you know what I mean? And we're gonna do a quick little review, breakdown, you know what I'm saying, of this. So, you down, man?
Let's do it, bro.
All right, here we go. All right, man, you know what I mean? Cooks24, Mr. Chef, you know what I mean? You know how we do. So, man, we're gonna start off with the first jam, you know what I mean, which was Speechless. For those who just now might be catching on, Nas album is Magic. Came out December 25th, you know what I mean? I caught it late on Spotify. When did you catch it?
I caught it like hours after. It wasn't long. I don't know how, but I mean, I got the notification pretty quickly after, and I peeped it, and I was just like, whoa.
Now, first song, Speechless, you know what I'm saying? Hit Boy pretty much produced, you know, pretty much did the beats for the whole album, you know what I'm saying? Him and Nas, sound like, looking and sounded like him and Nas is making a pretty good team. What was your thoughts on Speechless?
It truly lived up to the name, you know. At first, I'll be real, it didn't quite like impact me quite like it does now.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was just like, whoa, really, with like how it came in with that first cadence and rhyme scheme, and it was, you know, oh shit, that was fly.
Mm-hmm.
But after listening to it a couple times, now I am like, I truly was speechless listening to it this last time. I'm like, because not only does he hit you like with the metaphors of the actual life scenarios that leave you speechless, but like those cadences and flows and shit he was hitting, like he was coming like in a way where you didn't quite know what he was about to do next, like cadence wise and flow wise. And that in of itself, I feel like kind of hit you like
straight up, like
yeah.
For me, you know what I'm saying, when I jotted down, I did my notes that night. I listened to it. I listened to the album twice. I listened to this song right here probably 3 times. So definitely I had different thoughts in my head now. But from what I wrote down at first, you know what I'm saying, pretty much different things, people, scenarios that leave you speechless. Things in life that we probably forgot about. Like he was saying in the song where he come from, you know, I come from car chases, shootouts, stuff like that, you know what I mean? It's like it leaves you speechless, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know, things he was mentioning within the song, you know what I mean? Like going to court and trials and
like,
you know what I mean?
Police bus,
like the stuff like that. I mean, I agree. That stuff leave you speechless. You know what I'm saying? It's stuff in the hood that you done went through in everybody's hood or city or country or whatever. It's something that you went through once, twice, 3, 4, 5 times. You know what I'm saying? It ain't even about 3 to charm. Like, you know what I mean? It's really about how you march in life. You know what I'm saying? Like how you walk, where you walking in. And it's some shit that will leave you speechless, from family to strangers. You know what I'm saying?
Truly.
So, that's a lot of what I got out of the song, you know what I mean? And I definitely enjoyed this song, you know what I mean? The beat was right. The way he was spitting, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? I think that was the song you were talking about with the patterns.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And like the way like he switched it up, he hit you with one thing and then boom, hit you with something kind of a little bit more subtle, and then boom, right again, you know, hit you with something like more rapid and
that first
unpredictable.
line. I know you said you like that first line.
Yes.
Or was it the second line? But it was in that first 4 or 5 bars about the past. What was it?
He said, "I'm 21 years past the 27 club. It's like I went to my past and then I sped it up."
You know what I mean? Dopeness.
Oof.
So that was speechless. So overall, from a 1 to 10, or 1 through 5, 1 to 10, 1 to 5, 1 to 5, what would you grade it? Should we grade it on a 5-point scale or grade it on a 10-point scale?
I like doing a 10 better just because I guess there's more to work with.
What you give it on a 10-point scale?
Speechless, I'm gonna give it. It's hard not to give it a 10. I'm gonna give it a 9.
Give it a 9?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'm gonna rock with you. I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9 as well. Because I had to listen to it a couple more times to understand it. So 2 9s. You know what I'm saying? Mr. Chef, Cooks24. That was Speechless. Let's go to song number 2. Boom. So song number 2, which is Meet Joe Black. You know what I'm saying? Once again, Hit Boy beat created. For me, it sounds like no matter what's said or what's said, um, it seemed like he letting you know, no matter what is said or done, don't make me go back and remind you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or don't make me turn into somebody that you don't want to see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? In a way, you know what I mean? Why change himself for others when he already know he said that he rocked it this way, he wore it, you know what I mean? Like, so why am I gonna change when I was already fresh from the get go? When my style was already copied, why would I copy another style? Fuck that. Don't make me make you me Joe Black. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Somebody you don't know that you ain't ready for.
Right. You've only maybe heard about this through the raps and through the stories, like, you know, but he ain't ever actually, like, you know, he ain't had to show. He ain't had to show you that. You know, and it's like he's an OG, so people be recycling styles and shit. They be trying to, like, do what he did, and sometimes, you know, they be also throwing shade at the people that they are getting this shit from.
Yeah.
And he's like, you know, I am what I am. Don't make me remind you.
Don't make me remind you. Please don't make me remind you.
Yeah, no, that was solid. It was solid, like, powerful track. Like, I am the big dog here. Like, you know, like, kind of like almost like checking you real quick.
Yeah.
Like, before he has to lay you out. Like, you know, like,
okay. I understand.
I will lay you out. Like, do you want it? No. All right. Back
Okay.
up. You know, like, kind of one of those moments
that
I felt like a check. That's
Okay.
kind of what it felt like to me.
So, what's your overall? What's your 1 through 10? What you give it?
That one, for what it was, I'd give it a 10, honestly. I feel like that. Yeah,
straight to the point type of track.
Yeah,
too.
exactly. Like 100% what it was supposed to be. I feel like the execution came across.
For me, I'm gonna give this another. I'm gonna give it a 9. And that's a 9 on a good note. Like, it ain't no, like, I still ain't got no problem, no bad with the song. Like, you know what I mean? I'm just gonna give it a 9. You know what I mean? But I'm gonna rock with it. I like how it rock. Like I said, I like how it rock. It's straight to the point. You know what I mean? And then it's like, you can tell he trying to tell you something, because from the first song to this one, it's like, okay, listen up. You know what I mean? Like, don't forget. You know what I'm saying? Like don't forget. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna give this one a 9 too. Still overall A++. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So that was Meet Joe Black, song number 2. We're gonna get on to song number 3. Down, you ready?
Let's get it.
All right. Boom. All right, yo. Song number 3. Artist Nas, album is Magic, dropped Christmas 25th. Ugly. You know what I'm saying? For me, man, this song right here, once again, Hit Boy produced, and Corbett, if I say his name right, Corbett or Corbet, he also had his hands in the production of the music. Giving you pictures of ugly thoughts, man, ugly moods, scenes to think about, that you might not remember or think of anymore. You know what I mean? Because it's every day. You know what I mean? Like, it's something ugly every day. You know, don't let it break you down. Type of feel at the same time. You gotta see it. Don't let it. You know what I'm saying? See it. Just try to see it. Don't let it get you. Try to see it first. You know what I mean? And it's a classic type beat that kind of catch your attention too. That's also I like that dope ass sample. So, what about you?
Yeah. I actually I just now was thinking about this. You know, with the ugly outside thing, it's kind of like one of those things. Nowadays we're so desensitized in certain ways. Like, you know, there's all kind of shit going on, but with all the media, all the all the violence, like, let's say we're talking violence particularly, all the violence that we subject ourselves to visually, it's like we start to underestimate it, or what is the word I'm trying to say? It's like we I guess we underestimate it. That's the best way to say it. You know, we underestimate how it is, and we get to thinking like, oh, things are good though. Like, somehow I'm immune to that because, like, I'm not actually experiencing this shit. And then a motherfucker goes out there, and then maybe they have that experience where they're like, oh damn, shit really is ugly out here.
Like taking time for granted.
You know, that's one aspect.
Would that be a way of saying it? Like taking time for granted?
Yeah, taking it for granted, definitely.
Like when the unemployment shit happened and everybody was getting the checks, instead of putting the money up, you just taking time for granted and just spending it. Just spending,
Mhm.
spending, which I was one of them. I caught myself right at the end, like, wait a second, let me save some of this.
Yeah,
You
I
know what I'm saying?
definitely, I
But
agree with
but you
that.
know,
I agree with that.
what you ain't never had before, you ain't gonna know how to act with it until you almost lose it or
Mhm.
almost mess it up. You know what I'm saying? Which can be ugly.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I really relate to this song. You know what I mean? Because I understand that ugly feeling. I understand I've been through some ugly situations. We live in Alabama, and the weather is 50% ugly, 50% pretty. You know what I'm saying? Like
Mhm.
it's looking right now. You know what I'm
Right. You never
saying?
know here.
So you never know. You know what I mean? Now overall, I go first on this one. I give this one a 10.
Yeah.
This one I give a 10 because I enjoyed the beat, I enjoyed the flow, I enjoyed the feeling, the message. I can relate to it like that. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
And you know, I ain't gonna lie, it made me want to pull out my pen or pencil and my little notebook and maybe
Right.
want to jot down some things because I can relate
Seriously.
to that. You know, what about you?
Real quick before that, I gotta say, also on it, like with the whole ugly thing. One thing he said, like from the beginning, he said, you know, it's ugly outside, it's muggy, there's money outside. Like I really like one thing he's also getting through there too is like how even though it's ugly, like there's opportunity in all this, like out here. There's no excuse why you can't still do what you gotta do. You know, just know that this shit is out here, like. You know, it's gonna be here. It's gonna be happening. Shit's gonna be fucked up. It's gonna happen to you while you're trying to climb and while you're trying to do that. But nonetheless, there's opportunity everywhere.
Right.
You know.
What's your grade for it?
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10 too.
Well, 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I mean it's again like the last track. I mean it's just 100% what it was supposed to present. It presented.
I agree. All right. I agree.
Solid.
All right. Solid. Let's get to the next one. Boom. All right. You know what I mean? Mr. Shell Cooks 24. 4016 building. Song number 4. You know what I mean? Not to mention, like I said in the first, it's only 9-song album. So, you know, basically, and each song seems like it's at a 2-minute, 3-minute mark. So this album go by pretty fast. But 4016 building. For me, man, I kind of feel like coming from the hood type of story. The ups are staying up, the downs, the lows are staying low.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe some things that people or him have seen, looking at it, it's like, okay, I ain't gonna go that route. I'm gonna go this route.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like looking at mistakes and becoming better because of what you see, but also looking at mistakes and running on over there.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna get what you see. What you see is what you get. You know, monkey see, monkey do type thing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, this is how I go on this familiar block. This is how I go in this familiar hood. This is what it's like on this certain block or street or whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
What about you?
This one I had to listen to it quite a few times.
Me
I feel
too.
like
Me too.
you know, not only was it one I needed to listen to the first time or two I listened to it, I really wasn't it wasn't the best undivided, you know, scenario for my attention. And now that I've listened to it most recently in the last like 30 minutes I listened to it, and I'm realizing like he's painting the pictures as always, and he's talking about, you know, like pushing some shit, and but he brings up fiends a couple times in this one.
Yeah.
And so I'm wondering if this 4016 building was like a spot that was trapped out of, or like just a known spot where there was like fiends at, or like both. You know, that would make sense. That fiends are gonna be hanging around,
and
obviously.
seeing the glory, and seeing the glory at the same time, seeing the destruction.
Yes. You're seeing a picture right here of people like capitalizing and, you know, like putting food on the table for their families. But then you got, I mean, at the same time, you've got these people coming to them that are like just giving up everything for this shit. Wild, man.
So what's your for me, my grade for it? Go ahead. I'm gonna ask you first. What's your grade on?
This one I'm gonna give it a 8 out of 10.
Okay.
Give it 8.
For me, I give it 8.5. Cause this song right here is more on the serious side. Another Hit Boy produced one. You know what I'm saying? Shouts out to Hit Boy for producing all this good music. You know what I mean? Him and Nas. I give it an 8.5 because it definitely had a message to it. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like more. It can also be, you know, he lived more of a different life than other folks live. So Some people might not. So like me, I definitely know I had to listen to it 2 or 3 or 4 more times, and still are, because some things he went through, I didn't go through, or
Right.
didn't get a chance to go through, because it's just how life is.
Right. No,
So,
and same. Like, you know, so maybe that's part of why.
mhm,
You know, a little
okay.
bit less, just because the connection wasn't as solid.
Right. All right.
Still, fantastic. Those bars,
Yes. The
that
bars,
Hit
though.
Boy beat.
You know what I'm saying? So 8.5, and you said you give it an 8?
8,
Okay.
yes.
Let's get to the next one.
Let's do it.
Yo, all right, we at number 5, Hollywood Gangster. You go first this time, man. So what's your thoughts on Hollywood Gangster?
So Hollywood Gangster, this one, you know, it's dope. Like, he just basically like calls out exactly what these type of people that are just fronting are doing, you know, like Hollywood gangsters, like you know. And I don't remember if he hits from the jump with the little ad lib after Hollywood Gangster saying that I'm the opposite of that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was later in the track, but I didn't notice it until later in the track. So like for me, it was cool because it was like he was painting this picture of this, and then at that point, then kind of lets it be known, like starts showing like him and what he's doing and how he's not that, but how he's seeing it and his perspective, you know, his like the dynamic of him versus that, or interacting with that.
Okay. And for me, and I definitely agree with you on that one, because it's like, for me, a little bit that I jot down, you know, telling the difference between, you know what I'm saying, those who change and those who just move different. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, you know, Hollywood Gangster. Like, he's showing you, he showed you the picture of the Hollywood, showed you a picture of the gangster, showed you a picture of the Hollywood gangsters, and show you a picture of the Hollywood gangster. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like, it's like, you know, I can still be living large, and I can still go and holler at my cousins and them. I can still go holler at my realists, because they kept it real. I still know how to step and move through the hood, instead of being unconscious to the fact and get my head blown off by a hater.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you can help and love the hood, but still know how to move through. Just because you came up on a lot don't mean that somebody that you can't be touched.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean?
Yeah, because I mean that's when it's kind of like critical, that moment right there when you first like get something.
Yeah.
That's when you really see. You get the first wave of if anybody's gonna make a move or try to do something, some slick shit. You'll get that first wave, you know. When
And don't get the gangster part mistaken, because he ain't talking about red rag, blue rag, all this and that. He ain't talking about who the hardest or whatever. He talking about just staying straight up, staying real, handling his business, whether it's risky or not. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Like getting his shit done, whether it's risky or not. And once he get it done, he enjoy his fruits of his labels. You know what I'm saying? And still can go kick it with the whoever's, and that, but he already know it's all good. He done scoped out the scenario.
Because it ain't a front.
Because it ain't a front, exactly. So overall for me, I give this one a 9.5. What about you?
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 9.5 too, man.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because this was.
I pretty much enjoyed
real
everything
solid.
about it, and that's that 9.5 is still an A+. You know, it's just certain things about other songs I liked it better, but this one right here, this is a replayer for me. I could definitely replay. Definitely has replay status. All right, let's get to the next one. We're almost at the end. All right, we back. Yo, all right.
Let's go.
Song number 6, "Woo for the Children." Now, what did you get out of this one?
Man, so this is one that I had to listen to more than any of them, actually. Just to further build on what all he's saying in it. Because, like, he's saying a few things in it. Not only is he's shouting out to ODB, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, and anybody basically in that same vein that, like, of ODB and what they were doing, which was they were fathering the style. Not only were they like they were fathering the style, and they were giving opportunity to young kids. Like they were spreading a wave of positivity on top of this. Like even though some of the lyrics were like darker or even violent or whatever, like it's funny how you always still get the heart of where they're coming from, even regardless. Like you're talking about some gritty shit, but you still nonetheless see the heart of those people coming through, and kind of like he comes from that same area, obviously New York. He's kind of letting it be known also throughout it, like, I'm coming from this point too. This is for the children. This is what I'm doing as well. Shout out to them. I'll let you build a little bit.
Classic. I feel like it had a lot of like classic talk. But everything that you said was right. You know what I'm saying? I know. What caught my attention was how he started the song with the "You gotta be a special type to live my life. You gotta be a special type." You know what I'm saying? He put it in all scenarios, like the people that's around him, the lady. You know what I mean? Whatever. You gotta be a special type to deal with me because I come from this.
Yes.
And what I come from raised me a certain way that others maybe now didn't get a chance to get raised that way. You know what I'm saying? Like that part where he said about his everybody that love his classics are attached to it, but won't let him. You know what I'm saying? Like for instance, Illmatic. Everybody hold him tight to Illmatic.
Right.
But he might feel like, yo, okay, thank you. That was a classic album. Yes, it changed my life, but I got like 6 other albums that I really worked hard on.
I mean, I'm a whole grown more person now. It's like, in retrospect, he was a kid then, and now, he's a grown man. It's like, see the man that I've become too. Yeah. Like, check it. Don't just check that out. Like, I was hot, but like,
true.
I was hot then, but now,
true.
It's mature kind of thing.
And I also liked how he threw out them certain shout outs. You know what I'm saying? Showed up ODB. You know what I mean? I like how he did that. You know what I mean? And today is Woo Wednesday, so you know what I mean? Make sure y'all know. Remember that we did this Nas review on Woo Wednesday. Make sure y'all remember that. Which number 6, Woo for the Children. I liked how he talked about old memories of things he wish he had done. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like when he said about what Biggie about, I wish I had got on that song, wish I had did that song with Biggie. I was like, whoa, what? Wow, like I really love how the historical secrets and facts come out, the good ones. You know what I'm saying? Right. I really love how that sounds. So, what's your overall? Before you give me that, what you think about the beat?
The beat on it. Honestly, I'm gonna be real. I'm trying to remember the beat on this one.
It had that sample. It sounded like the little woman was singing in it.
Yeah.
Really didn't have no boom boom to it.
Right. I mean, I liked it because it was a different kind of like that was a switch up. That was because there was quite a few tracks on there that was hitting.
Yeah.
Like Hit Boy. I mean
Yeah.
But yeah, this one that change of tempo, the pace was nice.
True. Okay, I rock with that. Overall, what you give it? I'm gonna give this one an 8.
I'm gonna give this one a 9.
Give it a 9?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Here we go with the next one. Wave Gods. Song number 7, Wave Gods. You know what I'm saying? Featuring A$AP Rocky and also touched by the ultimate DJ Premier. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? For me, nice bars. The shouts out to Max B was dope. The way he referred to him and Hit Boy as the next Gangstar, I really enjoyed that. You know what I mean? Another dope beat. Shout out Hit Boy. You know what I'm saying? On the verses. Once I listened to it again today when we talked about doing this, I got a whole different perspective from what I wrote down. And what I'm thinking is, I like how they was both saluting each other in their verses.
Yes.
It was like when Nas rapped, first he opened up the door. When A$AP came in, he started showing Nas love by going at it like Nas would go at it. Then he came back, he came in, and then it was dope how he was giving A$AP love by jumping back and going at it like A$AP would go at it.
Yeah, no, that really that part of it really got me. I loved the way that they went back and forth with the verses and the cadences that they used and how they kind of worked off of each other's, like to make it more like one solid thing. Because sometimes like if there's a feature on something, like it can still be a nice verse, but it's not. It still sometimes might not be that fluid, even if it's nice. Sometimes it ain't fluid, but that was super fluid. The way they went back and forth, very fluid.
And also, I feel like the most ultimate part would be DJ Premier with the scratches.
Yes.
The scratches, it seemed like he picked the right stuff every time. Shouts out to DJ Primo, man. Shouts out for what he done on that track. You know what I'm saying? So basically, this one right here, they just tearing it up, giving you bars. They saluting each other. Definitely, you gotta listen. And and then you got Hit Boy and Premier working on the track together. So it's like, whoa, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
For me, grade and status, I give it a 9.5.
I'll give this one a 9 as well.
Okay.
Very solid, super solid. It was great. Really, I don't have any complaints with it.
No. The only reason why I give it the 0.5 is because I was questionable on how seeing two eras mixing, but they mix very well because they complement each other so much. So that's why I gave it the 0.5. You know what I'm saying? It ain't a classic song to me. That's why I didn't get the 10, just to explain. But still A++. So
agreed. That
was Wave Gods. Here we go with the next one. The Truth. Basically, for me, man, it's the real recognized real.
Couldn't say that better myself.
You know what I'm saying? How beefs can be taken advantage of. He ain't got nothing to lie about, so he gonna tell it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? He ain't got nothing to lie for, so he gonna tell it. You know what I mean? Giving you, scriptures of what he go through, or no, because it's the truth. Compared to somebody who went through a misdemeanor, but then when they tell the story, they act like they done went through a murder case.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
People always blow it up,
tell
make
the
it
truth.
bigger.
So what about you?
Yeah, I mean, same, like, just to bounce off that, like, always salutes up to Nas for just keeping it true with the verses, like letting you see the shit that, sometimes people might not even necessarily say this, certain aspects of it, just because, I don't know, they might not feel like that would be received well, or, people always have the tendency to want to make them look like they were the star of the scenario. But, like, funny thing is, like, Nas still be the star of the scenario if he let you know a moment he was, like, if he was slipping or something, or if he was, in something, like, not as in light, like, it only makes him more of a star because he's always just keeps it true and real. So, in this, not to say that he really touched on that, like on him slipping or nothing, but just always keeps it real, 100%. It was one that truly embodied what the title was, the truth. Mm-hmm. Couldn't have did it better.
Couldn't have did it better. I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed listening to that and getting the message out of what makes him the truth. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And people not looking or telling the truth. Also, I just like how he broke the messages down. You know what I'm saying? Because some people can take the song more for what, like, the truth. Oh, he must be just, like, no, this ain't a song about him saying he the best, he the best, he the best. This is a song about telling the truth. So, overall for me, I give this one a 9 as well. I give this one a 9. What about you?
I give this one a 9.5.
9.5?
Yeah, I mean, it's got that, re-listen value.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
Not only that, I mean, it's sharp with the tongue, like, goes into the detail. You know how Nas does. I mean,
All right.
So, yeah.
All right, and we're at the last song. You know what I'm saying? I am Kush 24. This is
Mr. Chef.
You know what I mean? And we're reviewing Nas' album that just dropped. Quick album that he dropped for Christmas. You know what I'm saying? Might be the last. It will probably be the last one he dropped for this year. You know what I mean? So we are at song number 9, Dedicated. You go first, man. So what you get out of this song?
This one, funny enough, like, I want to say on this real quick, I won't get deep into this because, we'll talk about the overall in just a second, but strong finish. He had a strong, beginning. The finish was strong too. Like, and it, like the first tracks and the second to last track, really embodies what the title is, Dedicated. I mean, he just further lets it be known, like, to you, like, hey, this is my life. Like, it always has been, just still letting you know, this is my life. I'm dedicated to this. And I'm not, like, complacent now just because I'm the boss, the OG. Like, I'm still rising, still doing more. So that's really what I got out of that one. Yes.
And for me, pretty much it's once again the same thing. You know what I mean? Showing the dedication. places he's been, things he's done, people he's helped, you know, lives he saved, times where he didn't feel like doing it, he did it anyway. You know what I mean? Like the beefs and the bullshit that he went through, dealt with, got rid of, fixed, band-aided up. He still, you know what I'm saying? Like he dedicated like all this music, like all like, you know, he took, you know, that's his blood, sweat, and tears. Meeting all these people, networking and making it work, making other folks happy so he can be happy. Like, you know what I mean? Dedicated. Like we smile and listen. Like what we reviewing is his dedication.
For real.
And let me throw this in. It's a lot of people doing reviews. So, you know, big ups to all the other reviewers as well. You know what I mean? So it's like, yo, but his dedication, with, you know, with this being my, you know what I'm saying, this being like one of my first reviews again, because I don't stay consistent, but like his dedication make me want to
be more dedicated.